Second observation that I have, and hopefully this is something that fires you guys up, but I think you are entering our industry at the best time ever. Because see, the point is, right now our industry is in chaos. It's absolutely in chaos. I mentioned earlier that the CMO is the shortest tenured position in corporate America right now. Our customer is afraid for their job on a continual basis. In September of 2009, IBM published a report, and you guys may have looked or studied this report, but it's called The End of Advertising as We Know It. And they forecasted greater disruption for the advertising industry in the next 5 years than what has occurred in the previous 50 years. This is a great time to be in the industry. I love the fact that our industry is in chaos right now. I love the fact that change is happening so fast and disruption is happening so fast in our industry, because it gives an opportunity for a fresh and new perspective, and you normally get that from young people who are just getting into the industry. Just last week, I was at a conference in New York where it was a bunch of agencies. It was a conference by agencies for agencies. And this is, by the way, a sign of fear and disruption, because what other industry brings competitors together and says, how do we help one another through this, right? That's a sign that this industry is in chaos right now, and people are struggling to try to figure out how they maintain relevance and how they stay relevant to their clients. Don't go to those conferences, all right? Avoid conferences put on by agencies to talk about how to survive in our industry. Don't let them mess with your mind. You guys, for the most part, are one of the first generations who don't know what life is like without a mobile phone and without the internet. Right? So you guys have grown up, for the most part, using technology that is this huge disruption for the advertising industry today. So you have a perspective and an opportunity to use what you've grown up with in a way that revolutionizes our industry. So don't pay attention to what's going on at the conferences that are held by the big agencies, because they're trying to figure this stuff out. They're struggling amongst themselves to try to work through this. What I want to encourage you guys to do is to recognize that you're entering this industry at the best time ever, and to sort of take this industry by storm. I think one of the reasons that Rockfish has been successful is the fact that we kind of don't know what we don't know. Less than 10% of the employees who work for Rockfish have come from any kind of agency background. And that was by necessity. It was based on where we were located, where we started. To be honest, I wish I could take credit for that idea. If I started Rockfish in New York, the first thing I would have did was I would have went out and hired a bunch of agency people who had experience working for great agencies in New York, and I would have put them on the Rockfish team. But we didn't have the opportunity to do that with Rockfish. And so we ended up hiring a lot of people from corporate America, people who had business backgrounds. And I think a big reason for our success is none of us came from the agency world. I had never run an agency like Rockfish prior to starting Rockfish. And so in that respect, we kind of don't know what we don't know. All we do know is that we're in the business to help our clients grow, and we do that in a number of different ways.